All right. Hey, hey, Aquarians, let's get into this, shall we? Aquarius, I felt like I wanted to start out with spiritual gifts. I don't know why. I'm doing something totally different. Spiritual decor consultant. Aquarius could have a real knack for decoration, or I'm picturing somebody who's doing like let's say mandala paintings on a wall, or like sacred geometry, like graphic tees. Says it being called to explore clearing, balancing, and maintaining the subtle energy fields within a space that supports one's purpose through design and decor. And we have charm casting. One is being called to explore working with charms, small objects, trinkets to receive and interpret intuitive messages. So the message for this week is kind of interesting. Okay, we need to go ahead and sorry, I tend to keep one of my favorite snake um, uh, bracelets here in my charm. Well, because he's very bejeweled, so I feel like he belongs in with my charms. But now that we've seen this symbol of charms, let's take a look out of my charm dish. Okay, so we have kind of the mati, the evil eye or eye of protection, coming from someone's heart, associated with the color blue, which is wisdom. We have a mood ring also. So somebody's moods could be heavily impacted this week. We have the sun, and we also have the temperance angel here. So some Sag energy. All right. Let's keep all of this in mind as we begin this story. Aquarius, by the way, yours is completely different than the way I've been running every other zodiacs. I don't know what prompted me to do yours so differently. I'm also going to go with a completely different deck here. So if in this week we could have Aquarius like drawn toward any of these features, right? If they're seeking greater balance and harmony, they could be rearranging something in their home for like feng shui to bring in better energy. They could be using a talisman or a magical charm, or maybe they're saging something. Aquarius could also be really drawn to like sensing the mood in a room, wanting to like send out protective energy around someone from their heart to someone else. Calling upon their angels, their guides for some kind of assistance, and then also asking for clarity. I really feel like, is this a week where Aquarius is actually going to be helping others? Oh, and let's not forget, this is Year of the Serpent. We have our very bejeweled serpent bracelet here, but I'm just wondering if this is more about like change, transformation this week. Nine of Swords. Okay, so if Aquarius is particularly good at reading a room, they may walk into somebody's realm and be like, "Whoa, darling, we need to open up the lights. We need to air this place out. How long you been stressing, baby? Let me help you. Let me get you like some fresh air, some fresh light. Let's get into the sunlight. Let's change stuff. Things are not as bad as it seems." Now, maybe this is Aquarius having this little heart to heart talk with themselves, but I really feel that it's true. Nothing is as bad as it seems. This week is a week to actually get outside and do something different. The Seven of Pentacles, definitely. Every day this week is a day for a character to get outside in nature, even if but for 7 minutes. Get outside and sit in the sunlight and, like get away from a screen, get away from electronic information coming at us all the time. Something is definitely stressing out and pulling down a character. And it's like, wait a minute, get back into real life. Real life is what goes on outside of our, dark, dank little rooms where we're unhappy and sad. We have Judgment card. All of this like healing, all of these doves flying over. I really feel like there is a return of better energy this week after, and this could be Aquarius is helping somebody else return to like a much brighter mindset, or it's Aquarius doing that for themselves. Like we all have to do this little self check. Sometimes we got to get out of our routine. We got to break a routine. Next week, I will have some different things going on in my life that I'm really looking forward to. And that break in my own routine is like something I'm really going to cherish. Because I need to shake some stuff up sometimes, do different activities, do different things. We have the Hermit. Yeah, somebody has been spending way too much time alone in their thoughts, and their thoughts were becoming like kind of unhappy because it was too stressful. They were worrying about everything. Sometimes I think this could be, by the way, a Virgo, also possibly a Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Nothing here says that it's Aquarius feeling this way. I think this is Aquarius helping somebody else out, or Aquarius sending love and support to an individual that is on their mind. But I'm wondering if it's being sent out to a divine masculine, that Aquarius is like, I feel like he's been, in his own head, judging himself harshly, putting himself through the ringer, assuming all kinds of negative things. Sometimes we all get stuck in that loop of negativity. I think it's a human trait to do that sometimes. We have a 5 of Pentacles upright. We have a 4 of Cups upright. Definitely Aquarius is feeling somebody's vibes. This could be a family member. This could be a lover. This could be an ex. This could be somebody Aquarius obviously cares about. And if Aquarius is this gifted, that they sense the energies around them. They sense, this could be a colleague or coworker, where Aquarius takes one look at somebody and they're like, oh, darling, you've not even slept. What is going on? Come on, come with me. Let's go for a walk outside. Let's go sit in the sunlight for a minute. Let me, like talk to you. You're not alone, right? That, you're a part of this, the stress that we're all going through together, but you are not in it alone. You know that, right? This really feels like, I'm not thinking that Aquarius is trying to pry into somebody's life and force them to agree, but I do think Aquarius is like, I am definitely going to let somebody know that they're not alone this week. They're not the only ones feeling heavy, feeling pressure. I can feel the mood around me, and I am determined to lift it, because this is not this moment of unhappiness or stress. This is not all that life is made up of. This is beautiful that Aquarius is such I feel like Aquarius is the temperance angel this week for others. Ace of Wands. I think Aquarius has this unique gift to make other people feel seen, feel special, feel loved. This is gorgeous. This is an Aquarius that anybody would be so freaking lucky to have pop up in their life. Okay, so this is a lover. We have the Lovers and we have the Empress. I don't know if Aquarius set out to have a lover's relationship, but this is somebody Aquarius is going to encounter this week. Maybe this is just going to be a friend. Maybe this is just going to be someone that they know through work or something, but they see this person struggling this week and they gravitate toward this person, and they are a huge source of light. And I think that they lift up a person who later could become their lover, who could become a very near and dear person. This could become the person that Grace actually marries. I'm not sure what is dragging this masculine down so heavily. It might be just, the worries of the world on their shoulders. Maybe he's gone through an ending in his life. Maybe, this is somebody who's recently separated, divorced, whatever. Maybe this is somebody who's just having a bummer of a day, a bummer of a week. But I will say this, for Aquarius to be so attuned to another person's suffering and to be able to shed light into that person's life and to show them, you do realize that we all suffer sometimes when we're really stressed, but you do know that you're, the empathy that one human feels for another, like it's amazing how much understanding and compassion can lift another person up out of that stressful energy that they're in. And Aquarius, just again, we see those angel wings. I really think that Aquarius is somebody's angel this week. And I think it's because of their intuition. I think it's because of their ability to sense energy. Aquarius is so needed this week. Their energy is so needed and it's so powerful. But what's so interesting is that this could end up blossoming into a romance a little bit later on. How is this person going to receive Aquarius's interest in them? Strength card in the reverse. They're not going to believe it at first. They're not going to think that Aquarius is actually paying that much attention. And then they're going to be stunned to realize Aquarius literally can read me like a freaking book. I have no secrets from Aquarius. For some reason, they can see exactly the way I'm feeling. I didn't know I was such an open book. Well, they're not such an open book, but Aquarius has a talent, a gift, a skill. With this 5 of Wands, this is them saying, oh my God, this is now I'm interested. How does Aquarius recognize this about me? How is it that Aquarius, who the hell is this Aquarius? What magical powers do they possess? I would say Aquarius has a lot of magical powers. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. They're kind of it makes them start to question, wait a second, if Aquarius is able to read me like this, like a freaking book, takes one to know one, doesn't it? So maybe Aquarius has a bit of a life story. Maybe Aquarius has been through something hard before. Well, damn, I never thought about it like that. I wonder what Aquarius's story is. Look at this. All of a sudden, they're definitely being pulled up out of the doldrums. They're definitely starting to feel like, wait a second, I have been seen. I have been noticed. And not in this pitying way, but Aquarius has like, they have interest in who I am as a person. They perhaps have their own life story. They are somebody who's very intriguing. And my God, this is really like, I feel like valuable somehow that this Aquarius has noticed me. In fact, they've restored something about the way I feel about myself. They've made me feel like I have, a warm heart. They've made me feel really warm toward them. No wonder this person is going to be fallen for Aquarius. I don't think this is transference of emotions. I think that this is somebody who, and maybe Aquarius has loved this person also. Sometimes it takes a minute before we realize that, hey, I wasn't just attuned to them. I didn't just cross their paths for no good reason. My soul was drawn to their soul. But it's interesting how a love story blossoms from this, Aquarius being attuned to somebody else's hurt or plight or pain. And Aquarius is like, I kind of have a bit of a remedy for that for them, which is to make them feel seen. It's to show them that they are not alone, but it's also like, I firmly believe that I have the skill set and the gifts to actually like cleanse somebody's aura, cleanse the energy in their space. I feel like Aquarius just like pops off with some ideas about like, well, darling, I can feel how heavy your energy is. Like you are out of alignment. I can balance that alignment for you, or I can, like first thing you need to do is, what the heck are you wearing? Like, wear brighter colors. You need to attract light. You need to take an air bath. You need to, here, I'm going to give you this. This is going to be, a good luck charm. You need some kind of like protection from negativity right now. I feel like Aquarius really means it though. It's not just them being all woo woo. I think that they're like, I can see that this person could use a little bit of like kind of a straightforward, like absolute belief in, I can feel your negativity, but it's going to get better. And I think that Aquarius is spot on. But if anything, I don't think it's about magical charms or anything like that. I think this really has more to do with the fact that Aquarius is sensitive to another human being and what they're going through. And it's that connection. It's that acknowledgement of another human being's sorrows, hurts, pains, stresses. I think that's maybe one of the most healing things. This masculine feels really seen by Aquarius. And it definitely is making them fall for Aquarius. All right, that was beautiful. I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving this a thumbs up and subscribe.